Welcome to Kathy's Eclectic Garden. I'm Kathy and I garden in zones 5B, 6A in Northwest Ohio. It's November the 13th and it's 60 degrees out, 59, 60 degrees. Sun's out. It's a pretty nice day, except the wind's blowing 19 miles an hour. Welcome to Northwest Ohio. I wanted to get out here today since it is pretty nice out. Get some bulbs planted. The rest of my bulbs, I have a few more left to plant, and maybe do a little cleanup work and just do whatever I can to get my garden ready for winter. This growing season I didn't really have too much over here except weeds. I had transplanted this tick seed here and moved a New England aster from another location here, and I have planted crocus bulbs along the front of the border there and up around the back side. And I've also got some lion iris, wild iris bulbs in there, and a few snowflakes. Now in this area, all underneath this elderberry bush, it's an instant karma elderberry bush, for the last couple of years has been nothing but creeping Charlie. I mean, it was terrible. I pulled all of that out this year. I'm going to cover all of this area from where I planted my bulbs to the elderberry bush and all the way back to where I'm standing with cardboard this winter, and try to choke out any weeds that are left in here. And I'm going to be covering this with, next spring, I'm going to be planting dead nettle, purple chablis, which I've got planted in another area, and we'll show you that. And I'm going to just cover that with the purple chablis because it is a beautiful ground cover. This is the purple chablis dead nettle that I've got planted in my new native garden. And it is native to my area. It's a nativar actually, because this is a proven winter's plant. There's two plants here, and I thought I would just have two little mounds of this beautiful foliage with some purple flowers on it. Didn't realize it's a ground cover. And it has taken over this whole area. I have got nodding onions back here that will come up through it. But I'm going to be cutting some of this back so that some of the other plants in there, but I love it. It's just a beautiful plant. This is where I'm going to be planting the remainder of my bulbs. I've already planted close to 200 bulbs in different areas throughout the yard, and I just want to get the rest of them in the ground. I've got these holes already dug. I'm digging right into the grass because I want this to kind of be a bulb lawn, is what they call it, I think. And I just want to have different areas like that throughout my yard. I've been using my DeWalt 20 volt max XR brushless motor power drill to plant all of my bulbs. I'm using my power planter auger. This is the 36-inch, 2-inch diameter Laura auger. It has the shorter, I think this is called a flight on the end, and it's just the right depth for planting bulbs. Here, I'll show you how I drill my holes. Sometimes you get stuck, you just back it back out. I'm drilling into clay here. I don't know if you noticed when I was drilling that the drill stopped, and it did that because of the setting where I have the clutch. And I've got it set on a 5. That's about halfway between the lowest and the highest. The lower you go, the sooner it will stop when it meets a resistance. And I found that I can pretty much get a 2 to 3 inch hole without it stopping most of the time at a 5. If I wanted to go deeper, I would turn it up to a 6 or a 7. Okay, normally on a day that's not so blustery, I would put a little bit of bone meal and a little garden tone fertilizer down in each hole. It's not absolutely necessary, but it just gives your bulbs a little bit better chance to take a hold. I'm not going to do that today because it's just going to blow all over the place and not go in the hole anyway. So I may come out here when it's not so windy after I've got them planted and put some out on top of them. But I'm going to plant, see, those are the crocus. I want to put the giant snowdrops up here in the front. So this is it's called a Gravetye giant Leucojum. It's a giant snowdrop. That's a pretty good sized bulb. And I'm going to push that all the way down in there and cover it up with some dirt. And I'll put another one right here. And cover that one up. And another one over here. This is called Glory of the Snow. It's, see if I can pronounce it, Hyacinthoides. These are little tiny bulbs, and I'm going to put a couple of bulbs in each hole, because if you got little tiny bulbs, you can do that. Now you want to always try to get this end down. This is the root end with the pointy end up. But with these little tiny bulbs, that's kind of hard to do when you got a 2-foot hole. So I just drop them down in. They'll figure it out on their own. I'm going to put a couple in there. And a couple over there. Well, this wasn't the best day to try to shoot a video, but it's getting late in the season and you don't know when you're going to have a day you can get out, so you take it when you can. Hope you enjoyed this video and learned something, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.